All right, let's just jump right in with a pretty provocative idea. We're going to explore this Machiavellian concept that says the very act of explaining yourself isn't a sign of clarity, it's actually a signal of weakness. And I want you to be really honest with yourself for a second. How many times have you been in that spot where you've carefully laid out your reasons, justified what you did, defended yourself, only for it to completely blow up in your face? Because what happens next is almost always the same, right? They don't respect you more, they don't understand you better, nope. Instead, they grab your words, your explanation, and they use it like a weapon against you. And here's the thing, it's not your fault. It's a pattern we're all taught. Talk it out, clarify your intentions. Well, today we're gonna learn how to break that pattern. So why do we even fall for this? It all comes down to what we can call the approval trap. There's a hidden psychological reason we have this deep urge to constantly justify ourselves. This quote from Machiavelli just cuts right to the heart of it. Hundreds of years ago, he saw it crystal clear. When you rush to explain yourself, you're basically sending out a signal that says, your opinion of me is really important. I need you to sign off on my actions. And the second someone knows you need their approval, boom, they have power over you. But here's the good news. If this is sounding familiar, it's not some deep character flaw. It's just an unconscious pattern, a habit that almost all of us have. And the whole point of this explainer is to make that pattern conscious, so you can finally choose to break it. And in this constant search for approval, it has a huge internal cost. The psychologist Carl Jung put it perfectly. This need to please, to explain, it's really just a way of running from your own convictions, running from yourself. True freedom, real strength, it starts the moment you no longer need anyone else's opinion to feel secure in your own. Okay, so how do we do it? How do we actually reclaim that strength? Let's get into the 7 rules of power. These are inspired by that Machiavellian way of thinking, and they're going to show you how real power operates and why explaining yourself is pretty much its polar opposite. All right, rule number 1. This is the foundation for everything else, and it's actually the simplest. People don't react to what you say, they react to what you do, period. You know that coworker who swears they have your back but is never there when you need them? Their words mean nothing. Now, think about the quiet one who doesn't say a word but drops that finished report on your desk that saves the entire project. Who has the real power there? See, the energy you waste explaining what you're gonna do is energy you're literally stealing from doing the thing. So stop talking, start doing. Your actions will speak way louder than your words ever could. And that leads us perfectly into our second rule, which is all about what you do when you feel attacked or provoked. When someone comes at you, our first impulse is to fire right back. But that's a trap, and you're handing them all the control. The power move is strategic silence. It's a weapon, and it does 2 incredible things. First, it creates this awkward vacuum that makes the other person incredibly uncomfortable. They'll rush to fill that silence, and they'll usually expose their own weakness in the process. And second, it makes you seem mysterious and in control. You're not being passive, you're watching, you're thinking. Trust me, the one who speaks first after a provocation almost always loses. But what if it's not about your actions? What if someone is attacking your core beliefs? That's what rule number 3 is all about. This is such a critical point. The second you start defending your core values, your integrity, your honesty, your work ethic, you've already lost. You've just made them debatable. True conviction doesn't need a lawyer. You don't explain your honesty, you just are honest over and over again. As Nietzsche said, if you feel the need to justify a belief, it shows there's already a crack in it. Your values aren't an argument to be won, they're the house you live in. And once you get that, it makes rule number 4 so much easier. This one is a masterclass in not wasting your energy. A truly powerful person understands one simple truth. Not every battle is worth your time. You're gonna meet 3 types of people. You've got the open-minded ones, yeah, engage with them. Then you've got the unconvincible. Their mind is a locked door, so why waste your breath knocking? And finally, the argumentative. These people don't want the truth, they just want to fight. Your time and your mental energy are your most valuable assets. Wasting them on those last 2 groups is a huge mistake. Real wisdom isn't about winning every argument, it's knowing which ones to just walk away from. Now for rule number 5. This one might feel a little counterintuitive at first, but it's all about the power of not being so easy to figure out. You see, when you explain every single motive, every plan, every feeling, you become an open book. And you know what? An open book is easy to read, easy to manipulate, and dangerously predictable. But when you hold back, when you learn to say less than necessary, something amazing happens. People get curious. They lean in. They start paying way more attention to you. And that attention, that's a form of respect. Your mystery isn't arrogance. It's a source of quiet, magnetic power. Okay, rule number 6. This one tackles a huge mistake that I think we've all made, especially when we're feeling the pressure. So you messed up. The first impulse is to just drown that mistake in words. Oh, I'm so sorry. See, what I meant to do was. But over-explaining an apology just makes it worse. It starts to sound like an excuse. If you were wrong, a simple, I acknowledge that, it won't happen again, followed by actually doing better, is 100 times more powerful. And what if you weren't really wrong? Then you don't need any explanation at all. Let your corrected actions be your only apology. And all of this, it all builds up to our final rule. Rule number 7. This is maybe the deepest one of them all. Think about it for a second. The loudest person in the room is rarely the most powerful one. Like Jung said, true confidence is silent, insecurity is loud. Genuinely powerful people don't need to announce that they've arrived. They don't have to react to every little jab. They don't justify their existence. They just are. Their calm posture, the way they don't waste words, their sheer presence, it all carries this undeniable energy that people can feel. That power is already inside you. You just keep letting it leak out with every unnecessary explanation. So when you pull this together, it's like learning a whole new language. You have to forget what you've been taught. This isn't about being cold or rude. It's about finally recognizing that your energy is precious and choosing to speak the language of action instead of the language of explanation. It's like you've been using the wrong vocabulary your whole life. The real language of power, it isn't made of justifications and excuses. Its words are decisive actions, strategic silence, unwavering consistency, and a solid, unshakable presence. This is the language you're learning to speak now. And so I'll just leave you with this final question to really think about. In your own life, at your job, in your relationships with your family, where exactly are you leaking your power? Where are you giving it away with explanations that no one needs? Find that leak, and from now on, stop it. Conserve your energy, act, be silent, and just let your presence do the talking.